My name's Matt Dixon. I'm a resident of Tempe, Arizona, but I grew up in Mesa. Coming full circle to be in a museum now. The pieces just married together so well. It's been a crazy ride. There are two burned, wrecked cars. I find things that are in decay or destruction or disarray or things broken down, rust, detritus. Those are interesting to me. But they're kind of like social commentary in a way. The first one was in Portland, 2020, and the city was just going wild and people were just stealing cars and crashing them in the poles and setting them on fire. And city services couldn't even pick them up. They just stayed. They're so busy. And I was visiting out there and I was like, is this normal? My friend's like, yeah, that car downtown in a nice area, just is gonna stay there for a week. And then the next one was by the airport. They had a propane fire that burned down a whole overnight parking lot. And it just looked interesting to me. Yeah, just trying to show the diversity in our community. That's probably was my theme.
My name's David. I go by Luster Kaboom. I'm from Phoenix, born St. Joe's, Arizona native. I have two pieces, a painting in the main gallery and then a little baby one in the mini gallery. I'm happy with them. The big one is kind of an oil painting. I've been trying to do more oil painting, and then the little one's just a little acrylic one, which what I'm more used to, more cartoony styles. And I come from a comic book background, so most of my stuff looks really cartoony and comic-y. I would hope that someone would come here and maybe someone with property or someone with access to something maybe would be interested in doing more things like this. Not necessarily with us, but just more with the community stuff, community art stuff. There's so much young talent here, and it was crazy when we were doing these shows how people just come out of the woodwork, and there was just such a hunger for it, and it was really gratifying to have so much support from people who love art, and as well as the artists.
My name is Seth Boyce. My artist name is Manic Tongue, and I'm born and raised in Arizona. My work in there is called Dissonance. It's like a doorway, archway. It's actually my interpretation of the goddess Hecate. She's the goddess of doorways, witchcraft, and guiding people through the afterlife. So that's why it's on a doorway like that. She's usually represented through 3 female figures. I would say mine's kind of a different representation. They're limbless, kind of in reference to how media chops up features when they're filming women. They'll show just the bodies and stuff like that. I remember my first work I made, which was a fingerprint elephant, but it was huge. It was a blue elephant. I still do it sometimes.
My name is Rob Moore. I live in Tempe, Arizona. Everyone gets confused. I'm actually in the aerial mapping business. And actually one of the artists tonight used my aerial photography for one of their pieces. First time that's ever happened, so I'm really excited and really humbled by that. So usually I'm on well outside looking in. When you see it behind the scenes, you know how much work goes into it. And that's a large part of the elegance of what we get to experience this finished project. But we don't get to see how much work and blood and sweat goes into these events. So if I could communicate something to people viewing this experience, it is actually how much commitment is involved and how much care and love goes into these projects. We have such a range of talent all in one space, and that's part of the magic, is that diversity. And it's a good reflection of what the community really looks like, because we come from all different places and we come from all different ranges of skills. And shows like this, community shows like this, lean into that.